Greetings, Cal. You're so wise.
The world almost ended once. It is a story I need to tell before I grow too old to remember. It is a story of a man, some called a curse, and others called a hero. But a man they all called DeathSpank.
The legendary Ron Gilbert, the man behind Maniac Mansion and the Monkey Island series, delivers a piping hot helping of adventure-y goodness in DeathSpank, the downloadable title for the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live Arcade. But does it live up to expectations?
I'll begin my tale at the doorstep of the demon witch Miss Haven stands, led there by a guide too smart to go any further. DeathSpank clutches in his hand the final clue in a life's journey paved in blood and steel and bacon. A journey that will finally lead him to the artifact. Or so he was told.
DeathSpank follows the titular hero on his quest for an artifact known only as the Artifact, and his journey will take you across a slightly goofy vision of the standard Tolkien-esque world. On your way, you'll tackle story missions and the odd fetch quest, a formula that would be stale and uninspired were it not for the game's refreshing sense of humor. The writing is top-notch, and we'd expect nothing less from the likes of Ron Gilbert. Everything from the dialogue to the item descriptions and menus has been given the same care, and standard adventure game plotlines seem new because of it.
I don't know what you're cooking, Demon Witch, but it sounds delicious.
The character of DeathSpank takes center stage as part Guybrush Threepwood and part Zap Brannigan.
Do you have a name? Or should I keep calling you Taco Wench?
Other characters include the fiery Sandy Bravator, Ubrick the Retired, and the effeminate Lord Von Prong. The designers have described the gameplay as Monkey Island meets Diablo, and frankly, we can't think of a better way to put it. DeathSpank hacks and slashes his way through legions of baddies using hundreds of different weapons and handles dialogue the same way as his Caribbean predecessor.
I'll grab your tackle box with ease, fisherman.
The game encourages experimentation and variety in combat thanks to the Justice Meter. When filled, DeathSpank can use one or more combination of weapons to unleash a special attack, a tactic that is required for some of the larger mobs and tougher bosses. Traveling around the world is facilitated by outhouses that serve the same function as waypoints in Diablo, allowing DeathSpank to teleport to various locations.
If I am slain in combat, I will automatically resurrect at these scented outhouses. I can even travel between outhouses via means I don't care to explain.
The game will last you a good 15 hours, depending on how many side quests you tackle, and a second player can drop in and accompany you from start to finish. The replayability factor is held up by the delightful sense of humor and pure unadulterated fun of actually playing it. One can pick up and play for a few minutes, or several hours.
A true hero never needs to stop and ask questions.
Graphically, DeathSpank is what you'd expect from a downloadable title. The unique art style and mixture of 2D and 3D models makes for a game that looks like no other. Michael Dobson delivers DeathSpank's lines perfectly, as do the rest of the voice actors. In terms of music, Jeff Tymashuk has written a fantastic score that we can only hope will be available for purchase in the near future. DeathSpank proves that Mr. Gilbert hasn't lost his Midas touch, and any fans of his previous work owe it to themselves to download this title. Priced at only $14.99, there are scant few downloadable titles that match this game's quality and amount of content.